Good morning, nerds, and welcome to the Mobile Musings for Saturday, January 5th, 2025. It's a cold one. Again, 19 degrees, but a beautiful day. Very few clouds in the sky, which also makes it extremely cold because there's nothing to keep the heat in, just like sleeping without a blanket. You wake up cold. But yeah, it was hard to wake up this morning. It's so cold. I wanted to stay underneath the blankets, all curled up and warm. But alas, we got to get up and moving and get to work. Man, yesterday was a good day though. Got a text about halfway through the day asking if my son would like to have a sleepover with one of his good friends, one of his soccer team buddies. So by the time I got home, he was already over there. I assume he had a good night because I barely heard from him. And that was only because I texted him. So probably a great night over there. But I woke up to a quiet house. It was crazy. My daughter's still asleep. My wife was still asleep. The dog was still asleep. I wanted to still be asleep, not going to lie. But somebody's got to work. Got to pay the bills somehow. Anyways, yesterday I talked about reading more. And I did probably one of the smarter things that I could have done. I downloaded the book that I was thinking about reading next onto my Kindle app on my phone. So, not only did I read it, can I read it like in the actual book form at home? On most of my breaks yesterday from work, I was able to just, read a couple pages. So it was nice. Meditations isn't one of those books where you just like read straight through anyways. It doesn't seem like, because it's a lot of just short little thoughts. Obviously, it literally was just like his journal, his diary of what was going down. But the first part of the book talks about things that, like, people who were important in his life and things that they taught him. It's actually called debts. And so it's like things that are owed to these people, like, not necessarily things that are owed to, like, the reason that he has these things in his life are because of this person. That kind of thing. If that makes any sense. But it was actually pretty cool, pretty impressive, because there were quite a few little tidbits and quotes in there. Like, one of them was talking about how this person taught him the importance of staying on the path rather than being kept on the path. That one really stuck out to me because it shows the importance of, like, the self-respect needed to, not necessarily self-respect, but there's the word that I'm trying to think of. Discipline. The discipline of knowing what the path is and being able to stay on it by yourself instead of having to have other people keep you on the path, meaning that you would have strayed from it and have somebody bring you back to it. And so, like, just a good thought there, like, is know the path that you need to take and have the self-discipline to be able to stay on it rather than being kept on it. That was my thought for today of what I'm going to keep going in my mantra for the day of what I'm gonna keep thinking on. So I also downloaded the Daily Dad devotion from Ryan Holiday, and I just did it this morning, so I haven't really gotten a huge chance to look through it. But today's passage was from Bruce Springsteen and his Broadway show, which I didn't know Bruce Springsteen had a Broadway show. But that's definitely, from what I read, I can't really remember it off the top of my head because I was trying to remember that Aurelius quote. From what I read, it was being ghosts versus ancestors for your kids. The thought of being a ghost for your kid isn't necessarily like not being there or whatever. It's the fact that you're there, but your actions and your interactions with them haunt your kids. And so everything that you've done is more of like a cautionary tale of don't do this, don't do that. It's going to haunt your kids. Versus being an ancestor, like you're walking beside them and teaching them and telling them good things, and like your ancestors in all these movies are always the ones that come up, and it's like Yoda and Obi-Wan and all the Force ghosts from Star Wars who come in at those times and give you those good thoughts and give you the good lessons. So are you going to be a ghost for your kids, or are you going to be an ancestor? It's a good one to think of. So, two things. Stay on the path rather than being kept on it, and be a ghost or an ancestor for your kids. On that note, I'm going to get off of here. I'll check you guys tomorrow. Be kind to one another. Check you guys tomorrow. Okay, love you. Bye.